Hello Space Engineers, Wellington6012 here, and welcome back to Ares Colony. Hope you're all fitting well out there today. Right, so quite a bit to do, and yeah, we're still here on Europa, obviously, as you can tell by all the ice surrounding me. But I think it's time to head back to Mars. There's a couple of things just to finish off here today, but yeah, no, we need to get underway, we need to get going. So yeah, it's been a good time up here, but time to sort of move on, I think. Right, so let's get into it. There's some stuff to do. It seems very quiet down here. Okay, I've got footsteps, so my sound's going. Okay, right. So what I want to do is I'll talk about what I did off camera, because I've spent a lot of time. I haven't achieved much, but I spent a lot of time off camera. Timers, and more timers. But it's worked out quite well, I think. It made my brain hurt, but yeah, it's it's all good. But first, I want to get this mining, and I've had a bit of a thought. I mean, I've stared at this for like half an hour, it feels like. Not now, but earlier, and now I'm just coming back to it. So, I have a plan. I had a bit of an epiphany, actually. I hope this works, because... Let's just sort those lights out. Ooh. No worries. Wasn't concerned. Lights. I just replaced those lights this minute, and I didn't turn them up. Okay. So, yeah, had a bit of an epiphany, I feel like. So, I've, yeah, been doing a lot of thinking lately with Space Engineers. I didn't need to actually get that out of there because I've ground down one. Never mind. Yeah, just with across series, I've been striking similar situations, similar scenarios across Far From Home, Ares Colony, and my speed run to Mars, which. If you didn't see it, I streamed last weekend, and there's going to be another stream, because the last stream... Okay, let's just back up. If you haven't seen it, over on Future Wellington's channel, there's a speed run to Mars that I did back around Christmas time, and I sort of always said that I was going to do another attempt at it at Easter, and so I did that, and yeah, it didn't go to plan. We'll leave it at that. But it was also my first Space Engineers stream, and that's going all right. So I am sort of starting to stream some stuff. I will be doing a third attempt, or we'll say third official attempt. There were some like half attempts in there, but yeah, so that's going to be a couple of days after this episode publishes, which is actually a public holiday here in New Zealand, Anzac Day. And yes, so I'll put a link at the end of this video for that stream. But yeah, with not so much Far From Home, because there is no mining, there is no ores, but certainly for the speed run, getting gold is quite a thing, and having a fixed drill, it's a really thin seam, so this won't work there, but I have really been actively thinking about drill setups, and then I had a bit of an epiphany with this one, as I said, and that is to actually get it to rotate back on itself. So yeah, because the problem is you try and swing it, but see, there's no clearance here, so yeah, that's alright though, because what I'm thinking is that I can actually put it out here on an angle and then twist it around that way and have it sort of come back on itself. I think that will work. We'll soon see anyway. Right, so we'll get this one. Ooh, and that will go on here. It's not going to be able to go completely back on itself. So yeah, so lots of thought going into the drills. Is it just me or is it still really dark in here? Did I actually turn those up? Yeah, I did turn them up 50 meters. Might need to put another one on. Put the stuff. Oh, I could have grabbed it out of here. There we go. Okay, so let's just retract you right back. Oh, did I put that on right? No. I think that's probably going to cause me headaches, actually. Let's just, we're not too far ahead.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I'll grab those in a sec, they're fine. I feel like we actually need to get this in the right place, so 0 to the back. We will want to put some limits on. So I have seen Splitsies sort of a use of sensors to get mining. Like that could actually work here quite well, but I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So that's because it's not automated as such. I'll still be in control of it. I just think that's probably a step too far today. Right, I've already done the rotor. Let's put gosh. Okay, so we'll put you on there. Yeah, so that's right, that's what we're doing. Yeah, so the other thing that I'll show you in a little bit is the timers and stuff. So again, on Far From Home, I've been really thinking about timers and defences because we're sort of facing some of the same risks here with orcs and things floating around trying to do harm to us. Yeah, so again, some of the things will be are able to cross. Speaking of things flying around and wanting to do nasty things to us, to do with the timers, I put a sensor in, like I talked about earlier, a few episodes ago, for the Hephaestus coming and activating the laser antenna. So I set the sensor up, and what I'll do is I did actually record it. I just quickly pressed record. I didn't have the voiceover or anything going, but I'll just get Future Well and show it now. But 3 orcs turned up at the same time. It was just crazy. It really was. I was like, what have I done? Hopefully none of them come to me, but no, they all just sort of kept to themselves. Okay, that's good. I need to have a light on here though. It's just too dark. Yeah, it was crazy. And there's a couple of new breeds, so I think just right now is probably the quietest that it's been for orcs. There just always seems to have been one up there, so yeah, they are around. They certainly are. Now let's just turn you up. So yeah, all I've got to do is just really mine some stuff, and I'll show you the laser antenna setup, and then we're probably just about ready to sort of head off. Okay, so that's good. Right. Yeah. Actually, just let me name all this stuff and put it on the toolbar, and yeah, I'll be back momentarily. Okay, that's good. Right. Did get a little bit sidetracked there, and I've now finally learned to go in the back door, so when I get out I don't fall. It took a while. Right, I've loaded that up on there. I just need to add camera. So that just, I think, gives me a better view. Yeah, so we can sort of see what the drill's doing. Right, so fingers crossed and toes. We'll turn it on. And we will rotate it a little bit. That should be enough. Okay, that needs to be... I had that turned off. Maybe I just need to turn the rotor, the hinge lock up. speaking to. Okay, so if we turn that right up. So now... Yep, that's just a little bit too close, it'll catch. Okay. I think that's alright, so let's remove that. They can potentially go a little bit quicker, I think. Let's just double them up. Okay, there is a little bit of just touching on there, which we'll go out and sort out. Yeah, it's just connecting up on there. I think that's my hand mining more than anything. Okay, well actually we'll get rid of that too. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so that's getting all of that, yeah. I know they're a bit spaced apart, but yeah, we'll let that do its thing, and we'll just let that do its thing and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, let's now head back over here. Yeah, it would have been nice to do something with the sort of corner bit there, but yeah, I'm not going to waste any time on it. Right, let's, speaking of wasting time, let's show you what I spent a lot of time doing in here. A button. A manual override laser antenna on off button. Yeah, so... yeah, the engines are off, yep, okay. Right. So, this is the thing. I've got up here, you can see I've got these timers going. So what these are these, that's the airlock, but on here, jump into it. So this is the relay sync timer. So I've got them on the Thetis, and I've also got them here. So you can see that it's going to turn on, oh look at that, it's going to turn on in 50 seconds. The Thetis turns on 20 minutes later. So it's not that, sorry, the Thetis isn't later, Europa's early, because it's just a slightly different setup that I give it 20 seconds longer in the on state to turn on. And what we'll do is we'll listen for the engines. The engines will indicate whether it's working or not. So yeah, the engines will turn on, the laser antenna will lift up, it'll stay on for 1 minute, and then it will turn off and drop back down. So that's on a sync. There are a set of timers on the Thetis that do the same thing, and they actually, yep, there we go. So they cross-reference. So part of the program is that they'll actually activate on the other ship that's connected, so they stay in sync. So when I take that back to the Ares colony and the asteroid base, then it will I can use that timer to trigger a set of timers there as well, so that basically I get my network showing up 1 minute out of every 20. So that's enough to engage things, and then I can use the override to maintain it. So this, actually, now I just think about it, have I set this up right? Because if it was running, this is going to turn it off, and I don't want to turn it off, I want to turn it on. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that again. I'll wait for that to finish. We'll just go quickly back and see how the mine's going, but that should turn off in about 30 seconds now. But yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'll have to rejig that. You definitely need to go quicker. You definitely need to speed up. Pistons, because you are just going far too slow. So I'm going to bump you up to, I'm going to go up to 0.05, so that'll be, it's not as though they're spinning or anything, that'll be 0.1 meters a second, and that would be more than capable of maintaining that. Okay, let's head back. And they're off again. Okay, that's cool. Right, so yeah, so those timers are all in sync. Now, the thing is, what happens when the Thetis comes, and actually let's head outside. Actually no, you saw the sensor when I showed you the pirate thing, because it actually had the sensor showing. So when the Thetis turns up, it will activate the override, which is this button here. Ooh. So it will activate that override. So the engines are started, that's gone up, and that will stay on. And last the barge. Okay, so that will stay on. The thing is, when the Thetis turns up, it will actually do the same override, but there's a duplicate version of it. So there's an automated manual override, and there's a manual override. So that's why there's so many sort of timers still tucked up in here. And the automatic one is also going to turn on the antenna that's up on the roof, which is there. And that's just got a 250 meter range. So when Thetis turns up, this will turn on 250 meters, so to be able to talk to the Thetis. I'll need to put a sensor on the Thetis as well, now that I think about it, to turn its antenna on. And yeah, the laser antenna will turn on as well, so that way all this end will be able to talk to the other end, and I'll just have to make sure that the laser antenna's on at the other end as well, so it can look out for it. Okay, but the problem would be is I've got these sync timers going, and if I stop the sync timers, then they will they'll be out of sync. So this is what I've done, and I'm quite proud of this. And this is very similar to something that I've done from Far From Home, which you'll actually see tomorrow, and something else that I've got planned. So it's a little subgrid which is able to stand alone. So this subgrid is connected to the base, but these 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are not. They're connected via the rotor, so you can see that they are isolated from the rest of the base, so that when I turn on the manual override, this detaches. So this is actually in a detached state now, and that way the sync keeps going, but the and this will reattach it. The sync keeps going, but doesn't impact the laser antenna. So when I've got it on manual override, I need to turn it off, and we're all attached again. So yeah, that's that took some thought. As I said earlier, my brain hurts. So there's a lot of times, and it's still not right, because yeah, I've got that wrong, because if it's turned on due to the, because it will, no, it's right, because unless it's just unfortunate that it's on when it's there, I think it'll be right. Basically, there's a 1 in 20 chance that it will be wrong. Okay, that's good. Let's go back. Why are you not working? Let's go back, see how the drill's going. And yeah, and then I think we're just about ready to take off and head back and run the gauntlet of orcs. I do actually have a plan. I have 3 plans. I have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is okay. Is that going to be enough to turn it around? Is that enough room? Actually, I don't think I'll risk it. I think I will, I'll retract this. And... yeah, I'll retract this. Can we do... no, it won't fit. I think I'll just do it manually. Speed it up a bit. Okay, that's cool. And let's just go back into here. That gives us a good view. Oh, other way. Wait. Yeah, so that's good. Now I'll just make a bit more room, I think would be the wise thing to do. So I should be able to do this remotely. Okay, and reverse those. Oh, no. Okay, that's not gone well. Why was that so quick? That was far too quick. What have I done? I've mucked it up as what I've done. Don't know how I did that. Okay, that's better. Yeah, a bit more achievable. Yeah, so yeah, we'll wait for a gap in the orcs traffic. Although I suspect when I head off, oh look, I did the colouring as well on the to match the Thetis. I suspect when I take off, I'm not going to be such as a bigger threat as what I was. So I'm planning. I'm expecting an orc to follow, but actually not expecting an orc to follow. Yeah. So anyway, ice. We've got lots of ice. Batteries, so we've charged up the Thetis, that's alright. And yeah, something I should do. How are we off the platinum? Yeah, we're off the platinum. Ooh, hot chocolate. Uh, 231. Should really complete these contracts. Oh, that's a lot of money. Probably better off doing that back on the planets. Actually, no, I think I need to concentrate on getting the Thetis finished. So, with that in mind, let's do another 800 of those. Hopefully we've got enough cobalt. 233. No, we don't. What else are we missing? Oh, it's turned off, I think. That might be why. We could probably do a couple of hundred though. A couple of hundred would be alright. And yeah. Oh, that's the Thetis. That's why. We need to do it here. A couple hundred of those. Yes, so it's good that that's getting further away. Yeah, well, let me do some mining. Let me weld up, because this will take ages to weld these up. I guarantee it. Why don't we just use the stairs? That would be easier. So that's the sensor in there. So yeah, and it's set up. Actually, I should show you the setup on it. So it is set up. We can take it off the terminal now. Just a narrow window up and back. I've got detect players off, but it's detecting large ships and also stations, because when this attaches and connects, it becomes a station basically, or a subgrid, one of the two, but it's no longer a ship once it's locked down. So that's that. Yes, so that's all that. Let me weld some of these ion thrusters up, as I say, this is going to take a long time. And then once we're loaded up, we'll head back and we'll run the gauntlet of these guys. As I say, I do have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. I hope plan A works, because then plan A would work, and that would be good for not just here but also far from home. Plan A actually okay, well, plan A is not to get chased by an orc. Plan B is to do something here, so I've got a bit of an idea. Plan C is pretty radical. Not radical, but yeah, it might be interesting to try. I almost hope plan B doesn't work, so that I can give plan C a go. And plan D is quite mundane and risky, and I don't want to have to try plan D. Right, where's an outlet that I can grab stuff? Oh, there's the one down here. Oh, I can grab stuff there. Yeah, okay, so let's do the oil thruster components, and I'll show you just quickly why. Okay, I can do 2 at a time. Okay, so we'll do that one. And you are all switched on. You should not be switched on. Why are you switched on? Okay, well, leave that one with me. You shouldn't be switched on. Alright, did some stuff, which we'll look at later. But, forgot about this. And yeah, that's... So I've got the round tubes here, because I'm just a bit concerned that they will knock on there, which they definitely will. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, because it's a little bit... It'll be right. It'll be fine. Okay, use the door. Right, we'll use the camera because that's actually a really good view. You can sort of see what's going on. Okay, so let's have a go at twisting these around. And... Okay, maybe I need to set that up. Actually, let's just make sure that that is on off. And rotor. So that's on. The lock is on. Let's turn that right up. Velocity is okay. Let's turn that off and turn the hinge lock off. And that way we can sort of do it from this view, which would be better. Okay, number 4. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we'll just gently watch that go around. Hopefully I've created enough sort of room. And yeah, I want it to sort of go back on itself. Oh, this is annoying. It's just not quick enough. I think just a little bit more. And oh, blast and damn. Oh, just turn it off. A split second too late. Nuts. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Ugh. Rats. Okay. Leave this with me for a little bit, and I will have to think about what I'm doing here. I guess if I use small grid, it would be better, because then I can extend it out. I can get... Oh, why didn't I use small grid? Okay. Back in a little while. Alright then, that's all done, and I've regrouped them and put them back on the toolbar. So this is actually take 2 of take 2, because I've already ground that out, but I needed to set the lower level, and even though I went to quite some effort to get this round the right way, I started at 0, not 360, so I had to take it off and rebuild it again. Oh. So now I can actually set the limits, which is good. So turn that on, and you are going... Can't see. You're not going anyway. Off. On. Oh, because the limits. I knew that. Okay. So what we need to do is... Oh, we need to reverse it quickly. Okay. And it was moving. Ugh, gosh. Okay, how about we head down there and have a look, actually. That's probably the best thing to do. And... oh, it's done a reasonable job anyway. So, yeah, if we get that round the right way... It's reached the rotor limit, that's why. So we need to come around 90 degrees. And just come another 30 degrees past that. We might just get out of the way. Okay. That's probably enough. Well, no, actually, let's bring it right back to 50 degrees. Yeah, that should clear that then. Alright, so now it's able to come back on itself, and this would have worked the first time. We can reverse it, and hopefully, again, we'll look through this camera. Yeah, it's going to pick up stuff. Yep. Right, so that's that. Will it work if I think it will actually. And turn it off there. And then we can just send it back actually. Plenty of sound now, gosh. That was not the right one. Try that one. Okay, that's all good. So we'll just go and check out how much ore and stuff we've got. And yeah, it's probably going to be time to lift off and head home. So that's good. Okay, can put the Europa batteries onto recharge. If I do that, it will shut the whole base down, I think. Because I'll need to put the engines on. Why didn't the engines go on? There we go. I don't know what's going on there. So they recharge. Okay, that's good. And it's mostly coming out of the Hephaestus. So they can't be on recharge. Okay, that's alright then. Don't need the engines on then. That's good. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, we're going off Thetis power at the moment, which is good. That's what we want. We want to leave the power behind, as it were. We've got lots of... we've got lots of ice, actually. I thought we we would have had more than that, but I guess we've just processed a lot. Let's just throw the tanks, hydrogen tanks, they just put them onto stockpile. And they can fill up even. Oh, nearly. Nearly. Oh, they're nearly full. That's awesome. That's real cool. Okay, so we'll take them off stockpile. Yeah, why have I got two of those, I wonder? Oh, off stockpile. Okay, well, that's a lot of gas. In a word. Yeah, actually, let's head up there, and I'll just do the last few little things. We'll head off. I won't show the trip back on this journey. I won't show the trip back on this video. I'll probably wait till the next video. We'll lift off, and yeah, I'll just sort of keep recording, and whatever happens, happens. But what I did do down here was just put in a button earlier. So this starts this timer, so this is off at the moment, just so I didn't have any false activation spikes. So that's off at the moment, and when I leave I'll just press that, and that will activate the timer, the sensor, in about 10 minutes, so it gives me plenty of time to leave. Just I didn't want it to, when it unhooked, turn into a ship and then be seen again by the sensor. Yeah. So I finished off these ions and the top row of those ones and the top row of those ones. And that's all the thruster components. Already parked that up actually before we started today. Yeah, so we're all pretty good. The other thing to do would be to go into one of these cargo containers. Oh, that's spelled wrong. That's spelled wrong. So that's not right. Okay. Yeah. So that's that tanker. So we will. And platinum. So we put all that into there and all of that into there. We can take that back with us. And yeah, why is that not in the refinery? Because it's, yeah, that's why. I'll probably take you as well. Yeah, so just let me mine for a little bit longer, and hopefully I can take a little bit more platinum back with me. But yeah, I'll be back when we're sort of ready to lift off, and that'll be us. If assuming I can get down the stairs without knocking myself out. I could just walk, that might be the way. Oh, that didn't really work either. Back soon. Gosh. Okie dokie, so I'm all done mining. And when I say that, I also mean I'm just all done platinum mining at this stage. So if I want more platinum, I'm going to have to come back here and rejig this drill and extend it out here, because basically I've got rid of this whole sort of segment of patch here. You can see it's actually dropped down another layer here, and it's sort of, so there's lots more platinum in there, it's just not where the drill is. So I have to bring all this forward, which just, I was looking at it before, and I think if I take out like this block and just get rid of some of the ice there and take out these blocks, I'll probably like get the pistons perfectly straight at 90 degrees on the hinge, lock it down at the other end with a landing gear, and then put a small battery on it, cut this here, convert this to a station, and pull the whole thing out that way, and then use some merge block madness to extend that. Yeah, rather than rebuilding all this, I think it'll be tricky, but we'll let future Wellington worry about that. So yes, I've got a pretty reasonable haul, and let's just go in here. I've already loaded up the Hephaestus. I won't go inside, but yeah, we will be back because yeah, I've still got to probably put something in there, and yeah, so we will be back. We will be back. That's good. Yeah, so look, we've got 1.2 million kilograms of ice. Fantastic. And platinum, and most of that is in the Hephaestus. So I've put all the ingots up in there as well. So there must just be left over in the assembler. But I've decided to take all the ingots and all the components with me because they're going to be better off at the asteroid base. How about we walk up here, eh? That's probably the better way to go. Yeah, they'll be better off at the asteroid base. Just before I go, I better check that laser antenna is working as well. Sync. So the sync for the Hephaestus on 34 seconds. 53. Oh, well, okay. Let's just... That was completely random. I was not intending that to actually happen. Which is a bit of a worry, because I said, oh, what's the chances of a 1 in 20 chance? And I just had a 1 in 20 chance. Oh, funny. So hopefully this works. Come on. Must have been about now. It's 34 seconds. Yes, there it goes. There it goes. Well, that's good news. Huh. Okay, and yeah, it just takes... I've given it an extra 20 seconds this one, so... Just to get it up out of the ground. And there we go. Awesome. So that will happen every 20 minutes. And yeah, hopefully it can see... Actually, we should turn that on because we've got to head in that direction very shortly. I did rename these. Show on HUD. And there it is there, so hopefully that gets it. Yeah, mine layer. Okay, that's good, it's not an orc. We might have to just get out of here while we can. Right, so that's good, that's good. Let's just start up the sensor. So that's going to go in 10 minutes. That will restart. And yeah, once I get off the ground, I should be able to actually do some... I'll be able to do some thruster components on the way back. But yeah, I was just going to wait until I was airborne. Yeah, so I'm just going to remember how to work this now. We go to, I think the number 2 slot had the... Yeah, okay, so that's the takeoff for the planetary one. Yeah, so in the inventory we have 2 full cargo containers of platinum. So that'll be good to get that back. And yeah, I've got 225, which is probably not going to be enough to finish off the ions on this, but oh well, we will be back. Yeah, and those are all the components. So we're pretty heavy, but as I say, hopefully I will be able to dump all that off at the asteroid base. That's the plan. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching today. I hope you did enjoy today's episode and can join me again next time, which is probably far from home tomorrow, and the speedrun to Mars on the day after. Yeah, I'll link the speedrun at the very shortly. Yeah, so until then, stay safe out there, everybody, and have a good one.